Hi, my name is Aadithya Baburaj. I am a computer science student in University of West London. This video report is about the assessment in mobile web application development. In this introduction, an extensive description of an application for grocery shopping created as a university cross project is given in this paper. The application's main goal is to provide users with an easy to use mobile shopping experience, allowing them to browse products, add items to their carts, and check out with ease. Notable features include an administrative interface for effective management of website content, including goods and categories, and personal account for recording, order detail, and payment information. Widely used industry tools were used in the creation of the program, which made use of SQL for the backend database, XML for layout structure, and Java for Android platform development. The design follows common standards for mobile apps and includes user-friendly interfaces for order monitoring, account administration, shopping, and administrative features. Notably, the development approach others to accepted best practices by carefully taking accessibility, usability, and performance into account. The technical nuances of the application implementation are explored in this study. Understanding the approach user in its development and assessing its performance as a mobile e-commerce solution constitute the main objectives. There will be an extensive evaluation that covers both front end and back end features. In addition, suggestions for possible improvements will be given, providing information for ongoing development in upcoming versions. When I first started developing, I had to create a database schema that was effective for handling user, order, and product data, as well as different categories for different products. Database design presented a big problem for me as a new developer. So I researched normalization strategies to learn the nuances of efficiently organizing tables, reducing duplications, and reducing inconsistencies. I started with a very basic strategy combining all item fields into a single items table. But as the app feature said grow, I ran into complicated questions. After giving this some thought, I revised the layout, adding foreign keys and dividing the database into separate but related products and categories and users tables. This modification improved data organization and made it easier to scale as the application developed. There were additional issues in addressing the synchronization of network requests between the Android app and the remote SQL database. At first, during orientation changes, direct calls from activities caused crashes. I created an API PHP file to solve this and set up an centralized method for network activities. This offered flexibility for deployment on hosting websites or local host situation in addition for preventing UI locking. Learning how to use PHP for server-side functions like order management and user authentication turned out to be a challenging process. Even while my first procedural PHP code worked, it was difficult to maintain over time. I restructured the code into classes using object-oriented principles to promote testability and reusability. The smooth handling of dynamic data was verified by extensive testing on local hosts, and error handling was improved for consistent answers. Interestingly, debugging revealed a race situation in the same function which callbacks were able to properly avoid. Creating this e-commerce app has reinforced solid practices in backend programming and been a worthwhile learning experience. Even though there are still some issues with the solution, the lessons discovered have established a strong basis for ongoing development. To sum up, extensive crude operations have been put into place and thoroughly tested, which represent a big step forward to the project. Starting my first mobile app project was eye opening and made me realize how important careful project management is. In hindsight, cautious scoping and preliminary planning might have prevented problems later on. Though other panels such as order tracking were conceptualized, a prudent strategy would have avoided overspending and leaving out functionality. Compared to my original model, separating responsibility across activities, repositories, and database classes significantly improved code organization and maintainability. It has become clear that conducting usability tests is a helpful practice that may quickly reveal faults and gather user opinions. User confusion was highlighted by feedback, which promoted quick fixes such as improving registration, validation, error messages. In the future, it will be crucial to dedicate time to unit and integration testing for both app components and backend APIs in order to promptly resolve problems such as sync rate circumstances. The incorporation of AI tool was crucial in streaming my workflow in a number of ways. AI was essential in spotting and fixing improper comment production in samples that were made available to the public, guaranteeing the best practices were followed. This large-scale independent project proved how important it is to conduct through research, plan carefully, test thoroughly, and refactor wisely. There were many challenges in navigating the journey from early prototypes to a stable release, but looking back at the lessons, I could really strengthen my development skill. I would appreciate any more input to help me continue to improve in this area. Thank you.